Did you have a good summer? Yeah? What'd you do?
How many victims?
There was none for her.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself, who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty.
A girl who just made headlines online is targeting Beyoncé's second girlfriend. Yes, she claims to understand why Rumi Carter behaves in this manner, and now the internet is in ruins. Jaguar is doubling down, as she usually does, and her fans are furious. Kanye West posted something that has since been removed a month ago. Claimed to have disrespectfully approached the Carter twins, revealing their purported condition. He wrote, "Wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyoncé's younger kids? There are phrases like no that are literally, and for this reason, artificial insemination is very advantageous. It is a decision to have such children. This man requires assistance. Additionally, the damage was already done even though he took it down nearly instantly. Screenshots were all over the place. The internet took off." Insiders claim that Beyoncé was incensed because rumors concerning her twins' health have constantly circulated. And to top it all off, she even thought about filing a lawsuit. Tina even responded with a few words to Kanye's disrespectful and harsh comment. Tina posted a video on Instagram with the question, "What happens when a snowman throws a tantrum?" You know that when Mama Tina talks, she means it. He has a meltdown, she said, in response to the query.
So I'm on the set of a photo shoot today for my book, and I want to tell you a corny joke because I have on all this glamorous hair and makeup, thanks to Cole and Darius. And Sienna on camera work. Got a corny joke. Want to hear it? Here it goes. So, what happens when a snowman throws a tantrum? He has a meltdown. Y'all know that's funny.
Quickly assumed that this video was aimed at Kanye now. In a sin-sedated caption, TMZ claims that she also seemed to directly address West's remarks on her grandchildren by denouncing wickedness and stupidity. Kanye's post, which essentially revealed that the twins might have autism, so contentious that it was discussed by podcasters and the media.
West launched an unprovoked attack on Jay-Z and Beyoncé's two youngest children.
Bringing this back around because there are reports that because Kanye got online and tweeted about Jay-Z's kids and, calling them the R word.
I mean, Kanye's still on a bender.
Yeah, Kanye's situation, I don't know what to think of.
Remember when Aaliyah attacked Beyoncé, saying, "And stop hiding your son from the world, sis. People will find out sooner or later, and you're really going to look like a piece of ish for being ashamed of your own children." This is not the first time someone has come after Rumi and Sir in this manner. Insider reports indicate that Beyoncé's pregnancy complications may have contributed to the twins' potential shared autistic spectrum. Beyoncé's preeclampsia threatened the well-being of her unborn twins, necessitating an emergency C-section. Beyoncé claims that her pregnancy and delivery were incredibly challenging, and she talked about one of the most difficult times in her life and how her body endured more than she ever imagined. For instance, she mentioned that she weighed just over 218 pounds on the day she gave birth to her twins and that she had high blood pressure the entire time she was pregnant. One of the baby's heartbeats reportedly stopped many times throughout delivery, necessitating a C-section. Based on his behavior during the few times he has been seen outside, some believe Sir Carter may be more autistic and sensitive to the lights and sounds at large events. Some have said that he may have a health issue that prevents him from going out in public. Now, the community was equally vocal about Kanye revealing this, but many were surprised by how polarized the responses were. Some unexpectedly agreed with Kanye, arguing that he was simply being honest or stating what no one else would say. Even though hundreds of people condemned him to the depths of the internet, some people began to wonder if there was more to the Carter twins narrative. Additionally, now that Beyoncé is returning to the road, she is dragging Rumi along. People on the internet are certain that he has some kind of autistic tendency now that the conversation has resumed. Rumi is clearly displaying symptoms of stemming, hand-flipping, and spectrum-like tendencies, as any autistic person will tell. It's not the death penalty, it's simply autism. I don't like how you guys are presenting it, but I believe that both Rumi and Sir have autism. Rumi is the more talkative twin, and she appears like a genuinely sweet, well-adjusted child who isn't aware of social signs. You already know Jaguar, correct? The industry whistleblower herself entered the conversation and is now purportedly revealing details on Rumi Carter, claiming to be aware of her true state. The Carters' former backup vocalist Jaguar is verifying that Rumi does, in fact, have autism. However, Jaguar maintains that Sir Carter is from the public. More profound than that, and the Carters must be honest, the internet has now become a battleground. Fans of Behi aren't having it. A viewer commented, "My problem is that a bunch of unqualified people want to make diagnoses, and anyone claiming to be a healthcare professional and diagnosing a child without proper tests is unethical as F and shouldn't be in the field. That's my 2 cents." Another said, "I can see why they're always kept out of the spotlight, especially given how Blue was treated when he was younger. You won't even be able to diagnose me with the appropriate illness if I meet Bey herself." Another person remarked, "This young girl takes the stage and behaves like any other child in front of the spotlight, finding solace in her mother and beaming at everyone who calls her names. For example, how is it unexpected and typical that everyone has a psychology PhD and can identify a child with autism after only 5 minutes of seeing her? What's wrong if she has autism?" However, not everyone is closing it down. There are conflicting views, with many people thinking that Rumi Carter has some unspoken medical issues. Nah, something is definitely off, one individual openly stated after watching the video. A lot of random jerks, let's face it. Kids without that tend to be more restrained. And if they do, their movements make sense. That's typical of a certain diagnosis. If you don't want to believe that, wait till she gets older. You'll notice it more when you can't exploit her youth to deny the truth. Her movements were inconsistent and illogical. In this one, well, I had to look up her Down syndrome on Google from the video of the cowboy concert. I don't mean to offend, but there are many different viewpoints on the internet. But one thing is certain, Jaguar Wright is courageous. She has previously implicated the Carters in Diddy's dubious business and referred to them as an unpleasant pair. But now that Rumi's name is apparently in her mouth, will Beyoncé and Jay finally react and shut it down completely, even if it takes going legal like they've done before? You know what? No one ever really claps back. They simply label her as crazy. Leave a comment below with your opinions, and remember to hit the notification bell, like, and subscribe so you don't miss your next Hollywood tea fix. And girl, the drama only gets deeper in this following video, so if you thought this was crazy, watch it. I'll see you at the next one.